Okay, moving on. Let's focus on the community for a little bit and talk about some of our best experiences with the community in Destiny. Fran, you said you had a really good one.
I'll have
for
a great
us.
story.
Yeah.
It's a great story. Okay, so I wanted to do actually the Vault hard mode and was looking for some friends, and there's someone we play with a lot that we talk about on here, Terrible Mighty. What's up? So he invites me to this match, and I get in the party chat, and I'm like, yo, is everything...
Oh, he fell asleep.
I'm like, is somebody... And they're like, all start laughing. They're like, did Spank Bank fell asleep, you know? And I'm like, this guy's name's Spank Bank? Like, who is this? And just like snoring, and like I'm laughing and talking to them. Mm-hmm. I'm like, who is this guy, you know? And then Charlie, this guy, Terrible Mighty, he's like, yeah, actually, he used to work at IGN. I was like, I've been at IGN for like 15 years almost. I'm like, I know who this is, obviously. Who is it?
Per Snyder. No,
he starts to describe, he's like, oh, I think it was like Dave something, and he used to work and I'm like, Dave Z? And then it's like, he stops snoring. He heard his real name, Dave Z. Heard his real name. He like wakes up and is like, what's up? And he totally is just like out. Dave Z, by the way, was one of our original PlayStation editors, goes way back.
Oh, wow.
Doug Perry, Dave Smith. I mean, we're talking the original PlayStation channel stuff. And he's great. He works up at 2K now, works on a lot of their games up there. So what's up, Dave Z? If you're listening, stop falling asleep in raids. But that was an awesome moment in the community for me because it brought me together with someone who I hadn't talked at IGN that I used to work with, you know, and like it's just amazing the people that you like through an IGN fan, right? I connected with someone who used to work at IGN. That's such a cool community story. So that's what I wanted to share.
Okay, I'll go next. For me, it's kind of like been just a bizarre experience with this game. I never really added people on PlayStation Network before. I had like 5 people on there before, and just
we have very few friends. So
thanks, friends. Thanks for that uplifting moment. But the fact that I now have like a group of people who I know, and I learned a lot about like their personal life because of this game, and like these are people I regularly run Crota and Atheon with, and like stuff. Tom, I had like Mowers, Darth, you know, Epsilon, El Duende. Like these are just gamer tags of random people who I actually talk to regularly, and it's just been such a strange experience that I never thought I'd have. Yeah. You know, I played a lot of MMOs, but I've never like, because this has voice chat capabilities, and you're playing for 400 hours, you get to know all these people on a personal level. Yeah. And I think that's a really cool thing that Destiny has done better than any other game I have ever played.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, for me it's the same. How about you, Fredo?
Yeah, I think just how my raid team got pulled together, and we accomplished a lot of good things. You know, we were speed running them normal raids. Yeah, still hold that record. We didn't do any hard mode speed runs though. They quit and played Smite.
Wait, this is before Crota Hard, your original?
Yeah,
this is the one that goes way back to Vault and doing those speed runs.
I didn't really do any Vault speed runs, okay. But yeah, I mean, we formed together during right before Crota, right around that time, and you know we just ran the raid a bunch of times. But it's always just been fun. I think for me, the community wise, when I play every night, I'm just like, hey, you know, like anyone wants to jump in for PvP, jump on in, and then they just pile on in. Or when I'm like, hey, you know, like let's just do a community Volta Glass, and then they'll pile on in. Also, it's the most amazing, hilarious thing to watch, like new Volta Glass people do the jump.
Oh my goodness.
It's so good.
Everybody loves it.
So good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's just being able to do all those, like I thank the community because like whenever I'm just like, hey, who wants to run the raid? Who wants to do this? They just show up and we all just have a good time.
Yeah, it's quantifiably it's done it better than any game that I've played. You know, granted I didn't get deep into like World of Warcraft and some other stuff like that, but there is just something to it. It has that special magic because I mean I literally like first of all I'm addicted to it. I've never played a game this much. Yeah. Probably period at this point. Like dating back, but definitely in the recent like 5-10 years. So that was crazy, but I have like several different text threads that I go to, and we still talk to each other. We're sending memes back and forth. Like I'm running my own like board threads on my phone, you know, that are with a community within that. It's amazing. I mean, there's a voice actor that's in a game that I met, who I play with very commonly, and like we exchanged phone numbers, and
Yeah.
I was like, it's such a like an amazing community. So really amazing.
It's cool how it brought people together. That's some of our stories. We would love to hear some of your stories in the comments. And thank you for listening to ours, and we would love to hear yours.
Yeah, we should read one on the show or something. What's the email address again?
Well, you can send it to destiny@ign.com, and we'll also be checking out the comments, so you can leave it there. But the email is the best way to get it read on the show.
Cool.
So, yeah, just let us know your stories.